Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on a free Steam PC game that you can pick up right now, and it is free for a limited time, but obviously once you add it to your library and claim it, it'll be yours forever. And a lot of good Steam deals running right now. Kind of crept up on me, but Tokyo Game Show is coming up here very shortly, and Square Enix has kicked off a TGS sale. A lot of good stuff as a part of that, so we'll get into that and some other deals that I do want to know. But first of all, We Were Here Expeditions, the Friendship is available for free. This is done by Total Mayhem Games, the guys that brought you the other We Were Here games, We Were Here Together, We Were Here Forever, and We Were Here Too. They are co-op-centric titles, free to claim until October 13th, and it's forever yours. Partner up with your friend online and test your friendship by solving puzzles together in an abandoned amusement park. Work together to overcome brain-teasing challenges in the standalone We Were Here experience. Think you and your bestie can take on any challenge together? We'd like to see you try this new bite-sized standalone We Were Here experience. Will really put your friendship to the test to prove that your friendship can overcome anything. You will need to take on several puzzling challenges. It's all about communication, teamwork, and trust. Talk together, work together, and most of all, believe in your friend. The two of you are alone at sea when pursuing a distress call leads you to a deserted island where you can encounter a mysterious boat ride in an abandoned amusement park. This is a voyage you won't forget. With puzzles that take two to solve, the state of your friendship will directly affect the state of your friendship. We Were Here Expeditions of Friendship has a free boarding ticket until October the 13th. It notes We Were Here Expedition series from the makers of the renowned We Were Here series. Comes the bite-sized We Were Here Expedition, the perfect chance for new explorers to get a taste of the co-op experience. So it is a smaller title, but you can get it for free, claim it, and it is co-op centric, so get a buddy to claim it as well, and once it's in your library, it will be yours forever. So definitely go check this out, as it is absolutely free. Alright, moving on from that, some great Steam game deals. These are available directly on Steam. First of all, we have the Square Enix Tokyo Game Show sale. This is running until September the 25th, and a lot of great stuff. TGS kicks off on September the 20th, but they're getting a jump on this sale starting it now. Final Fantasy VII Remake, still at such an insane price, 43% off for $39.89. This is one that's just going to hold up in price, so don't expect to get it much cheaper than this, but I think it's a good price for FF7 Remake, given the fact you get the base game and you get the intermission expansion. Now, I love the FF7 Remake. I thought it was a great game. I thought the gameplay was great. The story definitely takes a little bit of a turn from Final Fantasy VII, but you know what? I am all for that. When we were going into the release of the FF7 Remake, I was excited for the game, don't get me wrong, but I was also of the mindset that, you know, I already know the FF7 story. It'll be nice to go through it in a remake, and obviously I was excited about it, but it'll be cool if it would be a new experience, and then boom, they're going a little bit wild with it, so I don't want to get into too many spoilers, but I mean, at this point, if you're incredibly familiar with the FF7 story and you haven't played Remake yet, like, that's got to be a small minority of people. But if this is your first foray into a Final Fantasy game, I think this is a pretty good shout. Really, I think the best shout for your first foray into Final Fantasy games is gonna be 16 for a lot of people, just because that's a super accessible game, and what I've noticed is all my friends that I've talked to that tried out 16 never playing a Final Fantasy title, that game really clicked with them. So hopefully when 16 drops on PC, for a lot of you guys, if you're not into Final Fantasy, it will offer you something similar. Octopath Traveler 2, which just came out earlier this year, is 25% off for $45. Very good turn-based RPG, just a lengthier game, just keep that in mind, and yeah, it has that throwback HD 2D art style, which I think looks great. Dragon Quest Treasures, 31% off, $34.49. Power Wash Simulator is $19.99. They got like a Final Fantasy crossover in that game, actually. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, 30% off for $35. Another one of those games that has just been holding up in price. It came out back in December of 2022, and you can make an argument that the initial $50 price point was kind of high, but Crisis Core was a game that so many people wanted it to be readily available on modern platforms, and once we got it, we were ready to pay a premium, and Crisis Core is an awesome game. It's a dated game, given that it was originally a PSP game, but they do what they can to, like, rework it a little bit. The battle system is much better because you don't have the DMW just interrupting the battle all the time, which is great. $35, you know, it's expensive. I would say wait for it to get cheaper. Like, if you're a big FF7 fan, you probably picked it up at launch. Otherwise, you know, if you're into it, like, it's a shorter game as well. It's not super lengthy. You can complete Crisis Core in like 15 hours. So, yeah, keep that in mind as well. Forspoken, $35, still way too expensive. Harvestella, $30. Live Alive for $35 is pretty decent. Star Ocean: The Divine Force for $30. I think that's too much as well. 20 or less, I think that would be a good buy. Stranger in Paradise Final Fantasy Origins is $28. Tactics Ogre Reborn is $30. And then Chrono Cross The Radical Dreamers Edition is 50% off for $9.99. That's a sleeper deal right there. That game certainly had its issues, but for $9.99, I think it's quite good. And that's not all. You've got stuff like FF4, Final Fantasy IV, the 3D edition that was originally released on the DS, that's $7.99. Bravely Default 2 is $30. Balan Wonderworld, that game's terrible, that's $8. But, you know, you can check it out if you want. FF7 OG is $6. I wanted to do another playthrough of that. I probably will get around to that at some point, but I want to do another playthrough of a lot of games, so, you know, it's hard times over here. FF8 is $5.99. FF8 Remastered is $9.99. FF9 is $10.49. That game is rumored to get, like, an upgraded release, not a full-on remake, it looks like, but nevertheless, it's $10.49. FF10 10-2 is $15. That's a pretty good deal. I like Final Fantasy X. You know, it's a pretty solid game, and there's rumblings of a remake coming from that as well. Final Fantasy XII is $25, which is wild, given that, you know, Final Fantasy XII is a great game, but why is it $25? Like, why is it this expensive? Like, I don't know, but yeah, I like Final Fantasy XII a lot more than most people. I like the combat system. It had a lot of content. Story was pretty good, even though Vaughn was probably one of the least likable Final Fantasy main characters of all time, but what can you do? Final Fantasy 13 is $8. Final Fantasy 13 2 is $9.99. Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13 is $9.99. Final Fantasy 15 Windows Edition $17.49. It's a great looking game, if nothing else. Action combat system is enjoyable. You got a bunch of DLC content with that game as well, although Episode Arden, you still have to buy that, but yeah, $17.49 is an okay price. Certainly, I would recommend that for Final Fantasy 15. Steam Deck verified on a lot of these titles as well, of course. Type 0 HD is $12. Neo The World Ends With You is $30. That's expensive, but that's a great game with one of the best soundtracks that you're going to come across in a video game. So I would say, from that standpoint, it's well worth it. And it is a lengthy game, you know, 35 to 40 hours easily. And if you want to do everything, even longer than that. Octopath Traveler 1 is $29.99. Star Ocean, The Last Hope is $8.39. Unfortunately, we don't have First Departure on PC, but we're gonna get Second Story on PC, so figure that one out. Tactics Ogre Reborn, $30. Valkyrie Elysium, $30. That's just too expensive for that. If that was like 15, I would say maybe check that out, but 30 is way too much. Trials of Mana is 25, which that's okay. World of Final Fantasy is $9.99. So, a lot of good deals available across the Square Enix sale. Certainly, I would be looking at stuff like the FF7 remake and a lot of the older Final Fantasies. Chrono Cross, I think, is a sleeper as well. I think that's pretty decent. Live Alive is still kind of expensive, but that game's really good. Octopath Traveler 2, again, that's quite expensive as well, but that's another good one to check out. But that'll do it for me. Again, We Were Here Expeditions, The Friendship is available free right now. Go check that out on Steam, and you add it to your library, and it is yours forever. And then Square Enix TGS sale live right now. That'll be running until September the 25th. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.